Hey everyone, got my first Christmas present. Hold the light from my partner. Thank you, Evie. And here's my Christmas present to use. We got into the Court of Appeals. March 26th, the block is going forward. Full case. Absolutely ecstatic. I have to give a disclaimer. Anything I'm saying now is a lay litigant, just speaking loosely to the public. Everything I say isn't exactly what is in the court, and I can't discuss what is and isn't in full details in the court. So yesterday as well, so if you've seen this for the first time on TikTok or any other social platform and you see this lunatic here with a hold the light, I'm Byrne. I'm challenged the Tánaiste and the Oireachtas over the presidential election. I have two cases. One was the block, and that is in the Court of Appeals, and to be also leapfrogged in the Supreme Court, which we haven't heard from yet, but we're in the Court of Appeals, so it is what it is. The second case was the order, which the defendants tried to strike out and ran a notice of motion yesterday before I went to a full case. This hearing happened yesterday. I was in court from 10:30 till 3:30 before we were heard. And there was a procedural reason why I went in there, because I there was something wrong with the diary online. I seen it double listed, so I thought I better go in the morning in case there was a mention and I wasn't there. So I was all day in court. I was up against 6 barristers. And then I held it together. I didn't waiver my recusal, which I have said from the start, for the just the appearance of bias. I'm not making accusations towards the judge, but I've held my recusal. I didn't engage with the judge or merits, but I turned up for the notice of motion. I was anticipating a strikeout, but Mr. Justice Brian Cregan took some consideration and brought it home with him last night to consider. Came back today, made a ruling after the Court of Appeals, and he followed what the other party said, that it was a duplicate. It was also an abusive process, which I don't really understand, because I brought it up yesterday. If it's an abusive process, which means I should have had it in this information in the first one, how is it a duplicate? And I haven't received the order yet to go over. My hearing isn't great, so I have to check this, so don't hold anything like this. He did say when you had one chance at the cherry, you only get one bite of the cherry. And then he did say that he had ruled that the matter is non-justiciable, which means it's not for judicial review, and it was a political decision. He said the reliefs were the same, and he just kind of went over what happened with the first case. And so he said, well, the first time he ruled that I was acting bona fide, this was an abusive process. He said you would have to put costs on me, and he asked me to respond, and I said, well, I take responsibility for my actions and I stand by what I done, and I'm here to represent the Constitution and the people and blah blah, and I hold my position. And he said, well, okay. And he said, well, he was going to award a third of the costs against me. And I just said, I'll follow the court's direction, because I have a recusal. I wasn't accepting him as a judge. Because of that, I wasn't engaging with, not accepting, I wasn't engaging with him as the judge, but as engaging him with the administrator of the court. So I said I'll follow what the court directs, not to be disrespectful to Mr. Cregan. And so that's gone ahead. So that now is going straight to the appeal court and Supreme Court, because my documents were designed for the superior courts, which is why he actually read them and reviewed them carefully last night before making a quick order on it. Now, I'm surprised that he went ahead, but, you know, he's a judge, he's allowed to do as he wishes. And so we're going with that now to the appeals court and the Supreme Court as well. So it's all good. It's all good. A big win with the Court of Appeals. Big win. Big win. So if you can share this, because the the views are gone. It might be something to do with that people aren't interested with the presidents anymore. So if you can like, share, follow, repost, but share it on videos or on Messenger, TikTok and other social, and to people that might be interested, and say it's not over yet, because it's not over yet. And if you haven't already, and you're and you have the ability to GoFundMe, because I've now several hundred, if not €1,000 worth of stuff to file in Supreme Courts, affidavits, Court of Appeals, in and out. I'm 2 days, I'm actually more than 2 days off this week, and then I didn't book anything in for next week in case I had to manoeuvre and pivot. So yeah, the GoFundMe's there. I'd really appreciate it. Anything at all, these can help. If you do reach the threshold of €20, when my book comes out in 2026, you get a free copy of it before it goes up to €44 with tax and VAT. So you can get a free copy for €20. Anything's appreciated to help me towards this. You can put your name and stamp on it and say you were part of this movement. Because I can tell you something, I'm not going anywhere. If I was to go with the shirt off my back to do this, and no matter what they throw at me, costs or anything, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going. This has to be done. All right. So I'm going to bed because I am absolutely exhausted. That was an absolute monster of a battle the last 2 days. Monster. Mental, physical, challenging. And I don't know if any's been in court, but it's still like the church benches, like, you know, they're rock solid. It's killing me. Jesus. Like, you're sitting there and, what's going on? I think they do it. I don't know why they do it, to try and keep you awake or just to hurt you. I don't know. But sure, listen, we'll keep going. Right, okay. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers, bye. And comments. Love the chats, love the feedback. Keeps me going, keeps me motivated. For the little minutes of doubt I get during the day, when I see a little comment there, like that, you know, love heart or whatever, I'm like, yeah, come on, let's do this. Yeah, all right, okay. Mind yourselves. Cheers. Bye.